Hello and welcome. What we're going to be looking at today is we're going to be looking at constructing sentences and essays. What we're going to do is we're going to go through this with examples as we go. But we're going to look at starting with a very simple sentence, which is not very specific. We're going to look at how you build it up with details, so you end up with not only more rigid answer, but you come up with a complex sentence, that you come up with something which is written formally, which is written in a way which integrates your discussion and your evidence. Also, finally does so in such a way where you are giving not only a very strong answer, but you're following all the basic rules of discussion and essay writing and developing your answer in such a way that you're meeting your criteria when you are writing an essay. So let's just look at some basic things. We're going to look at the basic process first, as I said, and then how to guarantee what you're writing is creating meaning. As in finding the right sorts of points that you can use in your discussion and how to make it meaningful. And as I said before, we'll combine this with an example and we'll expand on this example and we'll keep on developing this example as we go. All right, so let's start with the question. So the question we'll look at is, why should people be cautious of drugs? Very basic question, but we're going to expand on it. Your sentence should be trying to link the subject and your answer together and develop your argument. So your subject in this case is why people should be cautious of drugs. And your answer is something that should be trying to link back to that question. And develop your argument is to develop that link and making it much, much stronger. So let's start with the basic answer. So, okay, what's one reason people should be drugs? Drugs kill people. Now, it's an example, as I said, but it's not a very strong one. For one, its meaning is quite vague, and obviously there'll be a lot of questions that you ask because you'll be saying, well, drugs sometimes don't kill people. Sometimes, you could go on for days about this. So it needs a lot more detail. And that's what we're going to look at adding. So making sure that we expand on this idea of drugs kill people and really sort of develop that idea and connect it to the question, because that's not a reason people should be cautious of drugs. All it is, it needs a lot more detail to make it a complete answer. Adding some detail will help you make your argument specific and make it proven. It'll also show that you have analysis skills and that you can expand on it. So that's what we're going to be looking at trying to do when we expand our answer. You're trying to find specifics first of all, and that it's proven. So that's what your evidence will do. You're referring to something like a survey or something like that, which will back up your idea that people should be cautious of drugs. You're also coming out specifically and saying, what about drugs will kill you? And then using that evidence to say why. But also expand upon, as I said, that initial idea that you've gone from drugs kill people to your complete answer. So let's look at the next step. Abuse of either illicit or legal drugs can be fatal to their users. Okay, so we're immediately going more specifically, saying that obviously referring to illicit or legal drugs, so saying that both sorts of sets of drugs can be dangerous and can be fatal to their users. So, okay, expanding on that idea of kill, but also that they can be. So not necessarily saying that drugs will kill every time, but that they can be fatal, and this is a reason why they should be cautious. However, this could also be a little bit more specific and could really use a lot more evidence to support that, because yes, they can be fatal, but in what way?